We've got breaking news out of the NBA where Pistons guard Cade Cunningham is feared to have suffered a stress fracture in his right shin. That's according to The Athletic. Cunningham is reportedly mulling over options, including surgery, which would knock him out indefinitely. The former #1 overall pick hasn't taken the court for the Pistons in nearly 2 weeks. And for reaction, we welcome in former NBA Coach of the Year, Avery Johnson, on the phone. Avery, Cade Cunningham feared to have suffered a stress fracture in his shin. Your reaction to this news is what?
Well, this is really devastating news for the Detroit Pistons, especially, during a season when, they're already 3-14. They got the worst point differential of any team in the NBA. This is just a team that's fallen on bad luck. They haven't really been able to get going during Cade's tenure here with the Detroit Pistons. They got a lot of young players looking to take that next step forward. So this is going to be a significant setback for this organization, especially if Cade's going to be out for an indefinite period of time, and especially if he's out for the rest of the season. This hits close to home because I have a personal relationship with Cade and his family. Through my son, Avery Johnson Jr., who does some work with the family on the marketing side. So hopefully Cade's going to be okay in the long term. He's an outstanding young player. He has a bright future, especially if he can get back to playing the point guard position at full-time basis. But this is some very disappointing news for the Detroit Pistons and their fans, and especially Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, no doubt is. And you mentioned the Pistons. They're a very young team now. They could be without their #1 pick from last year. What is your outlook for this team now moving forward?
Well, this is definitely a team that's not going to make the playoffs unless there's something short of a miracle. So this is a team that'll be in the lottery again. And, who knows, getting in the sweepstakes for some of the young, talented players. Everybody's, in the Victor Wamba sweepstakes. So we'll see what happens, especially when you have a 7'5" guy from France that can handle the ball and shoot the ball the way Victor can. So, Detroit will probably try to launch themselves back into that conversation and look to see what the prognosis is for this franchise moving forward. But this is a team that's not going to make the playoffs. Their season is basically over, especially with the news of Cade Cunningham being out indefinitely.
Yeah, massively disappointing news for the Detroit Pistons. Only the Rockets have a worse winning percentage in the league. That's our Avery Johnson breaking down this news of Cade Cunningham feared to have suffered a stress fracture in his right shin. Avery, thank you so much. Here's a look at the Pistons' upcoming schedule. They'll face the Kings on Sunday night, followed by the Nuggets, Jazz and Suns all next week.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.